Out here as the Empress is joined by the Queen.
We haven't seen Charlotte Flair, Tom.
Charlotte Flair shows off stunning new look ahead of imminent WWE return. Charlotte Flair showed off a stunning new look today ahead of her imminent WWE return. The veteran has not been able to compete in a match all year due to a significant injury. Flair tore her ACL, MCL, and meniscus during a singles match against Asuka of Damage CTRL on the December 8th, 2023 edition of SmackDown. Flair has not wrestled even once this year, but has been rumored to return to the company in recent weeks. Flair is keeping her plans closely guarded. The 14-time world champion has been sidelined for over a year after suffering a serious knee injury in late 2023. Now fully recovered, Flair's return is generating significant attention, particularly with hints of a revamped character that promises to bring new energy to her already dominant presence in WWE. With the Netflix debut about to go down on January 6th and big shows like the Royal Rumble and a second Saturday night's main event on the horizon, there will be plenty of opportunities for the company to reintroduce her. Interestingly, Flair's father, WWE Hall of Famer Ric Flair, has also expressed excitement about her return. But he admitted Charlotte isn't telling him what her plans are. She knows he likes to talk and will spoil the surprise. He believes she is primed for record-breaking achievements, potentially adding to her impressive total of championship reigns. Flair's evolution into a darker character might bring a fresh coat of paint to her character and the women's division. That division has been on fire across all brands, and Flair is a big-time player. She's been missed. One thing is certain. Charlotte Flair's comeback is shaping up to be one of the most anticipated moments in WWE's 2024 season. The former champion took to her FK Twitter account ahead of tonight's edition of WWE SmackDown to show off a stunning new look, and you can check it out in her post below. Flair has been providing fans with regular updates during her road to recovery. Her husband in real life, Andrade, is a former WWE Speed Champion and is currently involved in a rivalry with the Bloodline on SmackDown. Vince Russo pitches interesting idea for Charlotte Flair's return to WWE. Wrestling legend Vince Russo recently suggested an interesting storyline for Charlotte Flair's return to the company. Speaking on Sportskeeda Wrestling's Riding with Russo, the legend stated that Charlotte Flair should rank the top 10 wrestlers in the company when she is ready to return to action. The veteran suggested that Flair could then try to prove herself by facing everyone on the list, and she would also retire if she suffered a loss to any of them. And if I'm Charlotte Flair, I've been gone for a long time. I get it, a lot of the women have come into prominence in my absence. I get it, I understand, and basically, to prove myself all over again, I'm going to start from 10 and work my way up, and along the line, if I get pinned by any of these individuals, I will retire from the WWE. That's how good I think I am. I will start at the bottom and work my way up, and if somebody can beat me, I will pack my bags and go home, Russo said. Charlotte Flair remains one of the biggest stars in the company despite not appearing on WWE television all year. It will be fascinating to see what the promotion has planned for the Queen when she is cleared to return to the ring. Charlotte Flair set for darker, more intense return to WWE. Charlotte Flair is gearing up for a dramatic WWE comeback, and it sounds like her return is imminent. Not only will it be big for WWE to have back one of its top female stars, but fans are excited over the buzz that she'll return with a bit of a new look. Expect a darker Charlotte to return to WWE. The WWE Universe can expect a darker, more intense version of her iconic Queen persona. According to WrestleVotes on Sportskeeda's Backstage Pass podcast, Flair's presentation will undergo a noticeable shift when she returns to television. The shift is more of a volume change for her current gimmick than it is an entirely new idea. While specifics about Flair's new look and demeanor remain under wraps, WrestleVotes suggested her character will lean into a more dark Queen vibe. Comparing it loosely to Seth Rollins' flamboyant and theatrical style, the report hints at enhanced intensity in her attire and persona rather than a complete gimmick overhaul. Rumor Roundup, December 25th, 2024, Charlotte Flair return, 3-hour Raw. Tribute to the troops, more. Speculating on the rumors surrounding pro wrestling is a favored pastime of many fans, perhaps second only to actually watching the matches. In this daily column, we take a look at the latest rumors being churned out by the pro wrestling rumor mill. WrestleVotes notes that Charlotte Flair's return is near, and she will lean more into the Queen persona, but with a bit of a darker twist. Her presentation will apparently be different than before. Dave Meltzer in the Daily Update said that he's confirmed with a key player in WWE that Raw will indeed go back to 3 hours starting with the January move to Netflix. On Wrestling Observer Radio, Meltzer said people asked about tribute to the troops this year, but they never got any answers, and it's done for the time being. According to Fightful, Danhausen's return at Ring of Honor came together at the last minute. He was called to do the show just one day before. On his Pod In Ain't Easy podcast, The Godfather teased that we might see him pop up on Raw's Netflix premiere. A trusted source at the North Pole who has access to Santa's access clause is expected to drop off the following gifts today: a Tribal Chief Championship for Roman Reigns, an assortment of toxic chemicals for Jon Moxley, a huge announcement of the day calendar for Tony Khan, a WrestleMania main event for CM Punk, a giant lump of coal for the New Day, and a really cool red toy truck that makes loud noises for the Ryback. WWE rumors on Charlotte Flair's return, Kevin Owens' contract, Raw on Netflix length. With Charlotte Flair's return imminent, details about potential creative plans for her have leaked. Per WrestleVotes, hat tip Felix Upton of Ringside News, WWE is believed to be reimagining a darker, more intense version of the Queen persona that Flair used for several years. In addition to her character, Flair could also add kind of like a little Seth Rollins-esque flair in her attire as part of the persona. This would seem to suggest Flair is returning as a heel, which is a bit strange because typically a big star who returns after an extended absence would initially be used as a babyface. Of course, Rollins' attire suggests someone who should be a heel, and he's been a babyface for a while now. Assuming Flair returns to the SmackDown brand, positioning her as a heel would set her up for potential feuds with Bianca Belair, Bayley, Jade Cargill, who is currently injured, and Tiffany Stratton as soon as she makes her turn that has been teased for months. Returning as a babyface would really only leave Nia Jax as a top-level opponent for Flair to feud with on the Blue brand. Flair has been out of action since tearing the ACL, MCL, and meniscus in her knee due to a top rope spot that went wrong with Asuka on the SmackDown that aired on December 8, 2023. Having recently received a massive push that included a championship match with Cody Rhodes at Saturday night's main event, Kevin Owens is likely to remain with WWE amid rumors about his contract. Per Sean Ross Sapp on the Fightful Select podcast, hat tip Steve Carrier of Ringside News.